What's going on, hot take hockey enthusiasts? It's me, Fitty Trent, and I'm here to give you guys the recap of the most fun game. I mean, we all kind of pulled straws. We really didn't. We just kind of chose random games. You know, you got to see Mitch get to go and do the recap of his very own Pittsburgh Penguins. You got to see Austin do his first ever solo recap of the Minnesota Wild and the Winnipeg Jets. And then you got me. You got me to do the first ever game of the Las Vegas Golden Knights history. That's right. Tonight, the first ever postseason game between the Las Vegas Golden Knights and the LA Kings. So before we go on any further, let's just jump into the stats. We all knew that this was going to be a physical game. We all knew that there was going to be some hits. We all knew that there was going to be a lot of fun to be watching this game. But I don't think anyone expected that each team get about 60 hits, 68 to 59 hits. Honestly, this was just a physical battle immediately, right as soon as the puck dropped. In fact, as soon as that puck dropped, Derek Englund, by opinion, should be the captain of the Vegas Golden Knights. He comes in, he starts shooting the puck. He's doing amazing. William Karlsson with a huge hit on Folin that leads to a goal. Shea Theodore, assisted by Thomas Nosek. Next thing you know, Braden McNabb takes a hooking penalty. You know, Braden McNabb, we all knew him, used to play with the LA Kings. And Fleury, that's when he starts having to make his first few tests, you know, especially on Martinez on that power play with that great point shot. Things start getting a little bit rough after the whistle. Dustin Brown accidentally lands on Marc Andre Fleury. Englund and Clifford start getting a little bit physical after the whistle. You know, James Neal, they announce, you know, they do a little bit of celebration for him because it's his 8th ever consecutive season in the playoffs. So you knew, honestly, he had to do something big. Jeff Carter gets a penalty. Then next, you know, William Karlsson, he's coming in, down on the ice. He shoots, rings one right off the post, just past Jonathan Quick, but it's not good enough. It's just off the post and out. You know, Thomas Nosek takes a penalty. LA, they start putting on most of their pressure near the end of that power play. And then the second period starts. And as I say, things were physical in this game. Things continued to be physical in the second period. In fact, even Jonathan Quick had a hit during this period as he hit Eric Haula as he was going around in front of the net. Quick just kind of gave him a little bit of a shot like that. Haula went down. And next thing you know, Miller retaliates on LA. So people are getting physical. Things are starting to happen. Then Dustin Brown, you know, they get a power play once again. The LA Kings to tie up this game. Dustin Brown, he has an empty net and he shoots it. It's a rolling puck and he just shoots it just up and over on top of that net. And then right after that, you know, Karlsson, he ends up getting a power play chance going the opposite direction. He just misses. It goes about an inch wide of the net to make it 2-0. And then Tatar immediately after that, right after the end of the power play, he gets absolutely robbed, stoned. One of the saves of the playoffs so far by Jonathan Quick. And then Dustin Brown takes a stupid goaltender interference call. And then Tatar, he just starts owning that power play. He just starts firing and firing and firing. But nothing happens. Third period starts, and Jonathan Carpenter, an odd man rush on Jonathan Quick. Can he keep on playing like the hot goaltender that he is? Yes, he robs Jonathan Carpenter. Then Bellemare, he comes in on Jonathan Quick, gets robbed. Then Drew Doughty rocks. And by rocks, I mean he absolutely knocks the socks off William Carrier. Honestly, he's lying down on the ice. He gets up a little bit heavy. Immediately, as soon as he's sitting on the bench, people are telling him he's got to go. He's got to go and get checked out for a concussion just in case. You know, it didn't look like it was overly hitting intentionally, but, you know, you just have to be sure. And Carrier was definitely, you know, being that thorn in the side for the LA Kings during this game. And then, you know, while he's gone, Quick makes another huge stop on Bellemare. More shots are happening. More intensity is happening. But Marc Andre Fleury on the other end, and Jonathan Quick for the rest of the game at the other end as well, are completely great. They're completely making every single stop, making it completely sound, making it a 1-0 game, which was absolutely incredible. I cannot believe that it came down to this wire, but the reason why it came down to this wire all is because of Jonathan Quick. For my opinion, Jonathan Quick is that first star of the entire game. Well, maybe you could say Marc Andre Fleury was a little bit better since he didn't let a single goal by him. But honestly, the Jonathan Quick goal that did go by him by Shea Theodore, it was unfortunate. It was just kind of thrown towards the net, you know, from the point, and it kind of just pinballed in. So honestly, it wasn't that bad of a goal. But meanwhile, you look at Marc Andre Fleury, and he's making all those great saves. He never had to make one big spectacular like all-star save, but he was just solid. He was just very solid in the net. That's something that I've been always worried about Marc Andre Fleury, because you see him in some years playing very, very well, and other years not so well during the playoffs. The past few times he's been doing absolutely outstanding, winning back-to-back Stanley Cups. So now that he's the starter and doesn't have a great backup to, help him out, Matt Murray, maybe, I thought that the pressure was going to get to him a little bit, but it didn't. Not at all. I mean, he played absolutely incredible during this game. And as I said, Jonathan Quick, for me, I mean, he played absolutely outstanding as well. You got to look at the forwards and you got to look at the defense as well. I can't just say that the two goaltenders were the only players that played well during this game. For looking at the winning team, I mean, for my first star for offense has to be William Karlsson. I mean, if you guys did not see our award video, I thought that he should be the Selke Trophy candidate. And tonight, you saw why he's such a great player. Yes, you look at his stats and it's not like he was outstanding, but you look at his hands, you look at his puck sense, you look at how he played just during the entire game, took so many shots. One shot went off the post, one shot just went wide. A few other shots, they were looking very, very good, but then got tipped and ended up going wide of the net. William Carrier as well. I mean, he was the thorn in the side for the LA Kings, so he as well, you got to give him the nod of your hat to him as well. Players that really did not stand out for me for the Vegas Golden Knights, though. John Merrill on defense, I really didn't see him very much during this game. I mean, he wasn't there physically. He wasn't there offensively. He was there for like a few little blocks here and there. But overall, John Merrill, to me, he was nothing whatsoever. On the offensive side, though, I mean, Dustin Brown, this guy has had a resurgence of his career. He's been looking absolutely incredible with the LA Kings this season. He threw a lot of pucks onto the net. He was looking like he had a lot of good chances, and he just had that shot that just drifted over the net. So for me, it was the kind of thing where he played pretty well. Kyle Clifford, honestly, for me, that would probably be the most minus of the entire thing. Kyle Clifford, usually know him as being that guy that gets in your face and really kind of face washes you after the whistle and things like that. He only did that once. If the LA Kings want to continue on in the series and do actually better, they're going to have to start face washing more. They're going to have to start getting under the skin of the Las Vegas Golden Knights, because the Vegas Golden Knights, honestly, they looked way too comfortable out there. They were making too many great passes. They were looking too well out there. They looked like they were basically doing some fancy things near the end of the game. Every single time that they could get a rush, they were looking for the pass rather than the shot. They basically knew that they weren't going to be able to score against the hot goaltender like Jonathan Quick, so they were just trying to do something fancy, just fancy for the fans, because the fans were absolutely loving it. It was like Smashville. They were just going off tonight. So honestly, this first game for the Las Vegas Golden Knights, I really, really liked it. I mean, in this series, I expected that the LA Kings would be able to walk away with this. But if the Las Vegas Golden Knights continue to play like the way that they have been, honestly, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to be able to, match that intensity. So, LA, as I say, match that intensity, get under their skin, and stop letting them have so many passing opportunities. Looking at the comments right now, Bodo says, after the opening ceremony, the first 5 minutes of the game, the rest of the game was basically nothing. I agree. If you guys did not get to see that opening ceremony, it was a lot of fun. Everyone was getting pumped up. They were blaring music. Everyone was enjoying. Ryan Carpenter says, John, the bottom line view says Trent is the GOAT. That's absolutely a lie. The bottom line view is the GOAT, and everyone else here on Hot Take Hockey is the GOAT. Not me, though. I'm lazy. We all know this. Rusty Bucket says, go Pens, go. Mitch is a great Penguins fan, so maybe you have something to talk with him that there. Vegas Golden Knights coverage. Vegas winning this. I said, remember, don't count me out. The Vegas playing physical and haven't shown it during the regular season. And Reeves wasn't even playing tonight. That's very true. Ryan Reeves was not playing tonight. And if Ryan Reeves was playing tonight, maybe it would have been even more of a different outcome for the Vegas Golden Knights. Maybe it would have been even that much more physical. Bodo says that didn't Mitch pick the Kings to move on? No faith in the backup that saved us last season. He's just kind of poking fun. But then again, he's been playing absolutely amazing. Rob Iman says Vegas is for real. Maybe. Who knows? And Murray was so bored he took up juggling in the game. Absolutely. If you guys did get a chance, to see that great game, be sure to go check out that great recap that we have on Hot Take Hockey right now between the Philadelphia Flyers and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Yes, we got a little bit of bias because we got a Pittsburgh Penguin fan doing the recap, but it's absolutely amazing. And also, while you're doing that, you might as well spend a good like 15 minutes or so and check out Austin's, Minnesota Wild versus the Winnipeg Jets, because that's his first ever solo recap. Give him some love, guys, because he is doing the best that he can. And while you're at it, give us some love here on this video as well. If you did enjoy, be sure to come back tomorrow, because tomorrow we got 5 big NHL games, and I guarantee you that we will be doing a live recap for every single one of them. So stay here, like the videos that you see on Hot Take Hockey if you want to see more of them. Hit subscribe, and peace out, everybody.